Hello, it's Terry Stevenson of the Builderall team, and in this video we're going to take a look at the My Sites dashboard overview. Here I am on the overview page for the My Cheetah website we built in the previous training video. We haven't formally named the site yet, but in this video, I want to show you how to navigate this area. You'll be returning here a lot. So first of all, we know we're on the website overview page because we'll see the name of the website up here. And in this instance, we have not named this website yet. It still has its blank template name. So we can see we're on the My Cheetah website here and here. Of course, you can also see we have a way to sort, but we only have one page, so it's hard for us to sort with one page. We can create a members area, and we also have a search field here. The main thing I want to talk about in this video is what you'll find on the left-hand menu. This is where you're going to access all of the settings and configurations and groups and things that you'll be creating for the entire website. So we're going to be going briefly down this list so you know where you can find it, and there'll be deeper training within the knowledge base and within this training itself. First of all, the top of the page is the My Pages, and you can see that when you have selected this option, you're going to see all the pages that we have in this particular website. Now, we only have the one home page here, and I want to also draw your attention to the fact that we have a Create New Page button right here, and we also have a Create New Page turbo right here. We're going to be working with the simple pages. Turbo pages are a little bit different. You don't work on them differently, but we're not going to be using them on this particular training. Right below My Pages, we can select Website Overview, and this is where you will access specific data about the pages in this website. Of course, we had just created this website, so we don't have any data at this time. Below that is your site settings, and this is a very, very important page. This is where you're going to configure all the site settings for the entire site. We have general settings like here's your name, the address, the description of the site, what kind of separator you want between the website name and the page name, what language it's in. We also have a toggle button here that you can select or deselect that will toggle on or off the Builderall affiliate button. That little tiny icon that's placed at the bottom of the page. You can also configure the language of when this link opens, when somebody clicks on this Made with Builderall affiliate button, you can configure the language of whatever you would like to have that page open to. And you can also configure the location, right, left, and center of where it falls. And of course, to not have it on the site at all, you can select it and it will not appear at all. But I'm going to leave this selected. Below that, we have the CRM enable. And here's where you're going to enable your CRM. Below that, place where you can choose your favicon. And what is a favicon? The favicon is that small image that displays in your browser setting on the tab that the page is on in your browser. So here is where you would select this and upload an image to your digital file repository. And we'll cover that in a subsequent video. And as you can see, these are the general settings. And once you have those all set, you hit save. Moving down, we have script settings. Here is where you enter website scripts that are going to affect the entire website. And you can also enable synchronous scripts. Below that are your pixel settings. Your Facebook pixel ID goes into this field. Your Google Analytics Pixel ID goes into this field, and your Google Tag Manager pixel goes into this field. Don't worry if you don't know what all of these settings are or how to do that yet. It'll be covered in depth. Again, once those are set, you hit save. Next, you'll find the SEO settings. And here's where you configure your SEO, your keyword, meta tags, robots, and ads. Hit save. Next, we have the split test. We don't have any split tests because it's a brand new site, but here is where you can add a split test, and it will pull up a card where you can choose the page, the main page, and then the target page that you're going to split it against. The two different options. And what that will do, it will guide the traffic so you can determine which page is actually performing best. We'll talk more about split tests. Below that is our section for global elements, and this is one of the most wonderful things I think about the Cheetah Builder is that we have the ability to create global elements and then pull them into our pages across the entire site. That means you can create it once and reuse it, repurpose it over and over again wherever you like within this website. And we have the ability to create pop-ups, headers, and footers. And once we create those, then it's just a matter of choosing that setting on the page settings to pull in a pop-up or a global header or the global footer. And we'll definitely work with some global features in this training series. Below that is the GDPR settings. GDPR are your privacy settings, and it's very important that you understand GDPR and maintain regulations for building your lists and contacting people online, especially when you're working in a global community. You activate your GDPR simply by selecting it, and then you have the ability to customize the look and the feel of the entire experience, including the texts, what they say, font size, additional texts to help people through the process, and your activate button reset cookies by activating it right here. You can clear cookies as well. But we don't have any of those set right now. We'll talk more about that later in the training. This is where you activate, though, and maintain your GDPR settings for the entire website. Next, we have the website settings for our amazing Super Checkout, which is fully integrated into Cheetah. And as you can see, just by clicking there, you can access Super Checkout, create a product and an offer, and integrate all of the Super Checkout process right here for the entire site. Down here is your blog, and this is where you would add a blog to your website. Browser notifications below that. Then we have our social proof, and with social proof, you will actually have to build your social proof campaign. We don't have one built yet, so I'm going to close it. Below that is the booking app, the Builderall booking app, and that is such an amazing app. It's a relatively new addition, and here is where you can integrate a calendar, a booking calendar, right into your website and configure it all right here. Below the Builderall booking app is where you go to connect a domain. Click on there, and here's where you'll put in the domain. You'll have complete step-by-step directions for connecting that and configuring the DNS right here. Here we have transfer, and this allows you to transfer this website to another Builderall user. Here's where we can go to a sitemap, but we don't have a sitemap yet. We only have one page. And below that, there's a direct link where you can go to the live published page for this website, for the home page, and another button to go back to home. You'll also notice on the top menu, we'll see a create a new page button. We have an unpublished button and a republish button. And that can be very important. Sometimes it's just a matter of when something's not working quite right, you may just need to unpublish it and then republish it because you just need to push that new information all the way through to the servers and into publication. So those are good buttons to remember, and always try to unpublish or republish whenever you're running into issues. Here's where you can reload a language. And of course, we have one of the most important buttons that we have anywhere in the system, our save. Save is your biggest friend. Save often. Save as often as you can think of it. So save here. Remember, you always need to save for each one of these cards when you make a change on any of the cards. You're going to need to save it there before you navigate away from that setting page. That's a really quick overview of the My Website dashboards, and I'll see you in the next video.